Welcome. I've been chatting with people in the chat. So this is going to be my part two of my KISS live broadcast. I see Adrian's in the chat room, beat after beat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And welcome everybody else. So I know it's a few minutes early. So I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I have some CDs here. One of them I talked about last time, and I felt bad that I didn't actually have it available. I didn't bring it out of my record room or music room to show you. So I do want to show it to you. In case y'all don't have this, but this is the KISS Sonic Boom CD. It's pretty cool. So it opens up with of course the members, and then has the Sonic Boom CD. By the way, this is a really great album. If y'all don't have this, they tried to make this like their first four albums. That's what they set out to do. You know, they wanted to make a new album that sounded like their very first four albums. Oh, thanks, Adrian, for the comment about the shirt. So anyways, it also has, unlike the vinyl, it has a live CD as well, KISS Live from Buenos Aires. So a bunch of live tracks on this. But what's also really cool is this CD here. I'm gonna put this on the side. This here is a KISS Classics. It came with this CD, and this has all of their songs that we've all grew up with and know by heart. I'll name some of them off here. We have Deuce, Detroit Rock City, Shout It Out Loud, Harder Than Hell, Call on Dr. Love. All of those great songs, but they re-recorded all of these songs. These are not the original songs. They went back in the studio and they re-recorded every single song for the KISS Classics. I was listening, and the very first time I heard this CD, I remember when I first got the CD, and I must have had it in my car. I must have played it 10, 15 times in my car. And then I think I was waiting for somebody. I was waiting for somebody to come out, and I turned on the radio, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna play this KISS Classics because I want to hear these old songs. So I put the CD in, and I'm listening to it, and I have a really good ear for that kind of thing if it's not the original song. And I'm listening song after song. Like, that one's not the original. That's not the original. So the whole CD is they went in the studio and they re-recorded every one of those songs. I'm assuming with the members who were with Sonic Boom at the time, which were, does it say here which members? That's one thing about me. You know, KISS has gone through so many different people, members, Eric Carr and Vinnie Vincent and all these members. Here's a live here with Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. They've gone through so many people. It's really hard to keep track. So I'm not exactly sure who was on this album. It says Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley. Does it have Tommy Thayer? Okay, Tommy Thayer. And who else? I think, was it three? No, has to be four. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Tommy Thayer, and there's somebody on the back. Am I missing somebody? Tommy Thayer. Was only three people on this album, on this Sonic Boom. It's almost always four people, and they got four people on the cover, so maybe they're not showing somebody. But anyways, I'm sure it's with those people that they re-recorded all these songs. So if you get a chance to get this version of Sonic Boom, it's in a cardboard, okay? Not a jewel case, but it has all these songs re-recorded. So if you want to hear newer, I think this came out around, my eyes are better, 2009. So this came out in 2009. So newer re-recorded songs. Go ahead and check out this CD. And this is one I picked up a while ago. There's no vinyl equivalent to this. This is KISS 40 Years, Decades of Decibels. After this one is. So it's a pretty good CD. And I think this is a live. Is it live? I think this is live. So, but it has, the names of all of all the members that ever been with Kiss in here. So perhaps not live, but Tears Are Falling, Rock and Roll All Night, God of Thunder, all these songs on these 2 CDs. So it's also a great compilation to go ahead and have as well. And that's another CD that I used to play in the car back when cars had CDs. My current car I bought in 2015, it does not have a CD player in it. So matter of fact, I didn't have a CD player for a long time. A lot of people don't know this, and my wife didn't know this, but any Blu-ray or CD, I think even a 4K player will play audio CDs. If you have an audio CD and you don't have a CD player, a dedicated CD player, you can pop that into a DVD player, pop that into a Blu-ray player, and it will play the speakers on your TV. So I was surprised that that's something that my wife didn't know. So there might be others out there who don't know that. So, but I eventually wanted an actual CD player, so I finally got one in my room. So we're getting close to 8 o'clock. I think it's close enough to start. And so something happened to I have chat that pops up on the screen that alerts me when someone talks. That got turned off somehow. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try to pay attention to when you all are in the chat room over here. It's just off to the side, and it doesn't make any noise or anything, so I really have to pay attention to it. The little writing on the screen was helpful, but it's gone right now. But anyways, let me go get started. So I got some 7 inches here to start with. Last time, I was going to show this last time and I forgot. So I'm going to start with that. This here is from the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey soundtrack. It is a 7-inch single. It is God Gave Rock and Roll to You. So, which is their cover of the Argent song. It's on this Interscope 7-inch, and it was pressed in the UK. So this is one of these soundtracks that I wish that they would re-release and make available. I think it was only available in the UK on vinyl, anyways. So if you want a copy of this soundtrack of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, you have to go ahead and actually buy the Interscope copy from the UK. And a lot of people have said that it sounds a little bit thin. It's not the best pressing on the roll at that. So it definitely needs to repressing, and it needs to be a better pressing. So, but anyways, that's a cool 45 there. And I have another one here. This is Talk to Me, which is off of the Unmasked album. It's real cool. It's a UK copy, but here's the deal. Talk to Me is a great song. Don't get me wrong. I really like this album, Unmasked. I know a lot of people don't for some reason, but I think it's a great Kiss album. I really do. A lot of people say it's cheesy. Okay, fine, be cheesy, but it's still good. I don't care. So, anyways, but I got this mainly for the She's So European, which is on the B side of this. And I think that's one of the best songs off the entire album. So I was very excited to get that on 45. As a matter of fact, I keep that song up here on the back. So yeah, it's really great artwork on this too. So on this picture sleeve for Talk to Me, again off of Unmasked. So, and another one I have here, which I believe is off of The Elder. This is The Oath, and it's very cool. This is a West German pressing. It says West Germany right on the label. So, really nice artwork, and it has the S's in the German style, which is different than how us here in North America sees Kiss with the lightning bolts. But this is the German style S's on this 45 here. So now that we got those out, let's go ahead and get started on our LPs. So first one here is one I got this back, I want to say July. I think it was July 4th. It could have been, it was on sale. It was on a super sale, actually. Either July 4th or maybe, all the holidays around there, Memorial Day and all that kind of stuff. And I've been wanting to get this for a while, but they had it for $38. And this is the Kiss Off the Soundboard, the Live in Virginia Beach from 2004. It's a very, very cool pressing. Let me see if I can get up to the thing so you can see the hype sticker here. So there you go. There's a hype sticker, but it's really cool. It has a bunch. It has three LPs on it. So I really like these off the soundboards. So very cool. Still sealed. I haven't had a chance to open this one yet. So also the last one I did, and this is part 2. So part 1 I did last time. I did show Sonic Boom, but I showed an official pressing off the Kiss online, and it was on purple vinyl. Well, this is an unofficial pressing, and this is on like a gold marble vinyl. The other one, even though it was an official pressing, it wasn't a gatefold, but this one is a gatefold. So I'm gonna take this out and show it to you, and but it's pretty cool. So awesome artwork there. So make sure I haven't messed with the sleeves or anything. Should be okay. Or a sleeve. It's one LP. So has a pretty nice inner sleeve though too. Is that so? And I think there's a poster as well. Yeah, there's a poster as well. I'll keep it in here. So pretty cool. So I think I have an actual video on my channel. It's an old video. It's one of like the first 3 or 4 videos I made where I show this album. So, but I didn't want to show it to you again since I showed you the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on the sleeve here, if I can, without much hassle. Look at that, about it, good. Okay, so the next one here is one of the very few records that's currently in my collection that survived from when I was in high school. I actually bought this. I think I bought this in junior high school, I believe. But I've had this record for a very long time. This is Destroyer, one of my favorite Kiss albums. Probably my #1 favorite Kiss album is probably this album, and it's on the purple Bogart label. Actually, I think I have 3 different copies in my collection of the older pressing like this, and they all 3 have the blue Bogart label. So actually, I would like to get one on that lighter brown. Is that the camel? Is that what they call that lighter brown? Is that the? I think people call it maybe the Anyways, I call it the camel label, but I don't think that's what they call it. But anyways, I would like to get pressing on this on the camel label. But yeah, so one of the very few records that I still have from junior high school. So here's an interesting pressing. This is a gray market bootleg. This is Kiss Wicked Kisses. So this is Wicked Lester tracks. It's on blue vinyl. And let me see if I can't take this out and so I can show you the track listing of this. Be kind of careful with this. So yeah, I can take it out of the plastic altogether. Put the plastic down here. But anyways, here's the track listing of the songs. So if I can get it to focus in on it. Maybe. So anyways, some of these songs would go on to become Kiss songs, but these were songs that were done by Wicked Lester, and so that's why they call them Wicked Kisses. But this is before Kiss was Kiss. Kiss they went by Wicked Lester. So it's very awesome to go ahead and find this pressing this record. So the next one here is going to be a very cool pressing of this. Again, my favorite Kiss album, The Destroyer. But a long time ago, I think around 2017, I want to say, maybe 2018. Is there a date on here? I don't think so. But I don't really know when. But Newberry Comics, that's who it was. Took me a second. Newbury Comics reissued this on this cherry red and black marble vinyl, and it was a very limited edition. I think they only pressed 100 of them, so it's definitely a collector's item today. But I'm glad that I was checking Newbury Comics at the time when they released this, and I was able to get a copy of it. So, but it was awesome to have it on this cherry red marble vinyl, and of course on the Bogart label. Okay, since the Bogart label is actually probably considered the less common label, I think there's more commonly pressed on that camel color label, even though I don't have one. But pretty cool. So we have that. And we're going to go on here. So this is a bootleg live. It says live from 1974. So this is going to have a lot of their early songs on it. It was pressed on black vinyl, and there's the label there. But it has Deuce and Strutter and all those early songs on it. But it is a Great America bootleg. So I'm not really sure where. It doesn't say where it was recorded from, so it doesn't say a whole lot on it. But anyways, it's Kiss, right? So of course I'm going to buy it. So pretty cool bootleg there. So this is a copy of The Elder that I got. I think this is a 2014 reissue, and this one though was done again with the it's up here. With the S's in the German style. You can see that. There you go. With the German style S's. So what's interesting about this record is that I've known about this album for a very long time, and but I never had owned it before. And I knew like just one or two songs, like She. I think She's off this, isn't it? And Oath and those kind of songs. So I knew a couple songs, and I think maybe I knew a couple songs off this album, but I never owned the album, so I never listened to the entire album before. And when they came out with a 2014 reissue of this, I went ahead and picked it up. So I sat down and cleared my calendar for the afternoon, had nothing else to do, make sure to go ahead and pay attention to this album. I listened to it from the beginning to the end. So this is definitely what do you call it? An album that has a message all the way through. It is a certain kind of album. But anyways, you really have to listen to this album all the way through from beginning to end to really get it. And man, I love this album. This is a really great album. So I was very surprised just how much I liked it. I think this is another one of these albums that a lot of people don't like for some reason. So, but I loved it. I thought it was great. So anyways, but that's The Elder. So here's another 180 gram 2014 reissue of Kiss Unmasked. Again, I really like this album a lot. So it's definitely in my top 10 favorite. It might even go up in my top 5 favorite of Kiss albums. So it was done on black vinyl. It has the original label. So pretty cool. Awesome stuff. If you all have any comments, any questions, go ahead and stop me and ask. I'm watching the chat room. So I did this one on purpose right after the Unmasked. So this here is a bootleg that I picked up. I don't know when. I want to say around 2018 or something like that. But this is called More Hot Asses. Okay, more hot asses, and it says on the Pig's Groove. Now there is a company, I think they're called the Hog or the Pig, and they are known to have released a lot of bootlegs in the 70s and the 80s. And actually they're known, if you see that Pig logo, you know that it's going to probably be a pretty high quality bootleg. So I think this came from one of those bootlegs, which is why they went ahead and put the No Pigs groove or something like that, because they wanted to say it probably came from one of those bootlegs. And this was pressed on this pinkish clear vinyl. So let me show you this. So on the back here, it has a picture from Unmasked up here. Okay. So it was definitely, I believe this is a concert from the Unmasked time. They only pressed 300 of these. So of this color variant anyways. And I have a number 161 according to the number scheme down here. So this has, what is it? Detroit Rock CD, Colgin, Strutter, Shout Out Loud, King of the Nighttime World, Black Diamond. And that was from 1980, recorded. And then it has I Was Made for Loving You, a New York Groove, Shandy, which is, of course, off of Unmasked. Another version of Calling Dr. Love and Talk to Me. So also what's very cool about this is what they did with the cover. So it opens up like this, and it has these two things that peel out. It doesn't go all the way down, but let me see if I can do this without much problem. But it peels out and has stuff inside. So it's pretty cool. So how they did that. And it came with a poster. Let me show you this poster that came with. Unmasked poster, Unmasked tour, all the tour dates on the Unmasked tour. So pretty cool. I mean, they put a lot of time and energy into this bootleg. So very awesome. So we're going moving on here. This here is another Destroyer. This is Destroyer Resurrected, orange vinyl through Walmart. Now Kiss themselves, the Kiss Online, is selling these and selling them for about $10 more than what Walmart was selling them for, even though I think it's the same exact pressing. So this is on orange vinyl. So, and you see the sticker, the price on it, $22.97. And honestly, I think I got this 3 or 4 years ago at Black Friday through Walmart when they had all their vinyl for $15. So I mean, it's a great deal. So right now, if you wanted to get this, up until a year or two ago, you can still find these laying around in the bins in the Walmart. But now it's been a while. It's probably been 6 or 8 months since I've seen any of these in the bins in Walmart. Especially since they put them up on the Kiss Online store, and they're going for almost, I think, what, $40? Either $35 or $39. They're selling the same pressings on the Kiss Online store for more than what they was going for at the Walmart. So I'm going to keep on going here. We have the 50th anniversary of the first Kiss album, Kiss. They released it on this gold vinyl, pretty good looking. And unlike the Love Gun gold that actually looked pea green instead of gold, this actually looks like gold. So they call it a gold nugget vinyl. Let me put that here at the bottom so you can take a look at this 15th anniversary gold nugget vinyl. So, but it's a really great pressing of the record, and so we have that. Got that directly from Kiss Online. I think they came out last year. Excuse me. So we have a Rock and Roll Over that I've had it for a while. I don't know if this might be another one that I had in junior high school or high school, or I could have got it when I first got back into vinyl around 1998. Or yeah, I think it was, no, I'm sorry, not 90, 1989 when I got back into vinyl. I could have bought it then, but I've had this one for quite a while. So, but it's a standard pressing, original pressing, or one of the first few pressings of it. But great album. This is a Kiss Lick It Up that my brother had. My brother had this under his bed for years and years and years. He called me on the phone a couple years ago and said, hey, I found these albums under my bed. I don't know what to do with them. You want to come and get them? And this is one of the ones he had. So I think my brother, for this, he gave it to me. So it's awesome. And it's a really nice copy of it. It's an original pressing. It's another one of these records that's probably up in my top 5 Kiss albums. I really like Lick It Up a lot. Very, very awesome album. And about maybe 6 months before I got that one from him, I bought one online. And because somebody took their pen and wrote in the Kiss. See that? That's someone's pen. They did that. I got it for on the cheap. And I didn't care too much about that. I brought the record down by about $10, what others were going for, but the vinyl was in pristine condition. And that's really what I'm mainly interested in, is the vinyl. So, that's very minor as far as I'm concerned. So I had that copy too. I was talking about MTV played a lot of the Lick It Up videos. Yeah. Yep. I remember that too. So this is an original pressing of Animalize. I've played this, I think, once. I know it has, of course, it's Kiss, right? There is no bad Kiss albums. There is no bad Kiss albums. I'm going to say that right now. But this is one of these albums that I'm not all that familiar with. I've only played it once. Of course, Heaven's on Fire. Awesome song. I'm very familiar with that. I had that on a 45. I played it a lot, but I think I want to play this album one time. But it's a good album. It's an original pressing. On the Mercury label. So we have that. And let me go ahead and that up there. And we have another interesting album here. It says Kiss Tribute album. I have another Kiss Tribute album as well, but I don't remember this one. I pulled it out when I was digging through albums for tonight's video. I didn't take it out, but I'm going to take it out now. They issued it on this nice red vinyl. So I want to say, it just says Kiss Tribute album, but it doesn't say who's singing these. Is it really other bands, or is it Kiss? I don't know. But anyways, there's all the tracks on this. So if you want to see that, so it doesn't say what kind of tribute album it is. So it's kind of interesting, and it's been too long since I played it. So I don't remember. Metal Bastards Enterprises is the people that pressed it. You can see the right there. That's right there. Metal Bastards Enterprises. So Rock and Roll Tribute is a strictly limited vinyl record album with cover versions of the most popular songs. So it is cover versions. So it is a tribute album. I wish they would say who's doing the tributes to it. It doesn't say. It just has a track listing, and that's it. So you don't know. But anyways, I need to play that again. So getting down to the last couple here. We have, this is a very interesting record. I'm like almost like in a love-hate relationship with this record. And let me explain to you why. I want to take this out. And of course it's vinyl. I think they're black vinyl, I believe. I don't think they're color. But the black vinyl, it's a 2 LP set. But this is Kiss Rocks Vegas. Okay. And this came out in 2016. I bought it from Kiss Online. big fan of Kiss. And the first time I heard this, I had a problem with it, but I couldn't quite put my finger on what was my problem. It sounded great. It sounded good. It was Kiss. It was live. It was awesome songs. But I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way for some reason. But I put it away, and I didn't play it again for a couple of years. I took it back out, and I played it again. And this is during their residency in Las Vegas, by the way. So that's when they recorded this. So I played it again, and the problem with this album is this. It's a very polished, high-quality concert of Kiss. I know you're thinking, well, why is that a problem? Because, you know, I have a lot of other bands. I have Toto that has a very high-quality, polished concerts on vinyl. Excellent. Yes, excellent. The Who, high-quality, polished concerts. Great. I love that. But you know what? We grew up with Kiss, especially me, okay? I mean, I started listening to Kiss in 1970, probably around 76, 77. And the live album came out, and I got that album. It's a very gruff album. It even has a little bit of volume problems here and there. Sometimes the audience is louder than the music is. Sometimes it's hard to understand what exactly what they're singing. I mean, you know what they're singing based on the music, but you can't understand their lyrics sometimes. It's not the best produced live album, although it's what we grew up with, and I've probably heard that album probably 10 times throughout my lifetime, and I'll listen to it again. I love Kiss Alive. It's a great album, but it's not a polished album. It's a very gruff album. And although Kiss Alive 2 was better, they did a better job of it, it was still not the greatest production for a live album. It still had times where the audience was almost louder than the music was, and other issues like that. But that's what we grew up with Kiss, and that's what we expect from Kiss when we get a Kiss Alive album. This is like very bright. It's well made, well produced, and you can hear every single lyric. The audience is very subdued. It doesn't sound like a Kiss Live album is the problem. That's why I had a problem with this. I was like, what's wrong with this album? Why is it rubbing me the wrong way? And it finally hit me. It's just too polished. It's too polished for a Kiss Live album because it's not what I grew up with hearing Kiss Live. I know it sounds weird, and I don't know why I'm sharing this with you, but I'm sharing it with you anyways. Maybe I'm not the only person that has issues with this album. But it's a great album. It's an awesome album. I mean, it has Creatures of the Night, Psycho Circus, Tears Are Falling, Lick It Up, Hello Hallelujah. Great, good track listing. So, and even the covers is really nice artwork there. And open it up. It's really great. And they even have let me see if I can lay it down here. They even have a CD version of it here as a bonus. So that's nice as well. So, but it's just too polished for a Kiss Live album, in my opinion. Not only that, you know how many bootlegs there are of Kiss? There's almost countless bootlegs, and most of them don't sound great either. So all of us that grew up listening to all this Kiss Live stuff that wasn't great, production-wise and other reason, and then I play this, and it's like mastered very well. It just sounded weird. Okay, I'm gonna get off my kick now, but that's that album there. Last but not least, we have another Kiss Live here. I believe this is a Gray Market bootleg. I don't know. It could be official. It's hard to tell, but it's a picture disc, and it's 3 discs. And this is Kiss Live in Sao Paulo, 1994, limited edition 2 LP picture disc. There's the hype sticker on the outer sleeve, and I keep the records in back. But that's the one of the picture discs there, and you got another one there. So it's just whoa! I shouldn't be there like that. That should be in there sideways. Okay, I think that's okay. anyways, yeah, it's just a really great album, a picture disc. So there you go. So that's going to be all the records I have to show you that I pulled out. And now, if anybody wants up on the pan and talk or chat or do anything like that, I'm going to put a link in the chat room for that. So I'm going to try something new. I haven't done this before, but we'll give it a whirl. But I'll put that in the chat room there. If you want to come up, I will bring you up. And go ahead and put that there. But yeah, you know, I just big fan of Kiss my entire life, and just great music from them. So it's sad that they had their last show at last year, right, at Madison Square Garden. So unfortunately, I was only able to see them live once, and that was around 2015. So, but it was a great show. So if anybody else has any questions or comments about any of the records I've shown, or Kiss in general, vinyl in general, anything at all. So, but yeah, it's great showing you my collection. I think I have enough Kiss albums for another 2 of these, so it's going to be a part 3 and a part 4. So thanks, Beat. Appreciate it. So yeah, I think I have enough Kiss albums for at least 2 more of these shows. I'm doing between 17 and 18 albums per show. I think that's a good amount. So of course, and a few 45s. So and Beat's doing really good. He's got almost 1,000 subs right now going on his channel. So go ahead and check Beat Up the Beat. He's got a great channel. He's got great live broadcasts, and Did any of you have any favorite albums of the one that I showed? And 925 now. There you go. See, it takes me to go live for you to get more subs there, Beat. So there you go. Did y'all have any favorites of any of the records I showed, or anything like that, or do all of you have any Kiss vinyl? Or is it all CDs or cassettes or 8 tracks, reel to reel, stuff like that? Hopefully not on 78 RPM. That's probably not going to work. That'd be cool, wouldn't that? Wouldn't that be a cool thing for Kiss to do, to come out with like a Love Destroy? Yeah, that's my favorite Kiss album, probably the one I played the most through high school and junior high school. I mean, every weekend I had it on the record player. I played Strutter when I was in. Oh, did you? So you covered Strutter. Strutter's a really great song too. So I think on their first album, wasn't Strutter on their first album? So yeah, really great, really great. But anyways, I was saying it would be very cool if Kiss did something like a 10-inch on vinyl. It couldn't be shellac, but a 10-inch vinyl disc at 78 RPM, and just put a single on there like Rock and Roll All Night on the A side, and Do You Love Me on the B side, and sell it. It'd probably sell like hotcakes. You know, Kiss just jumps off the shelf no matter what it is. but I don't think there's any Kiss out there on vinyl at 78 RPM. I think, hey, if Paul or Gene are watching my broadcast, hey guys, welcome. You might want to do a 78 RPM and a 10-inch. And I think it'd be really cool. Yes, they came out with Beth 45. Interesting story about that 45. I hate getting up because it seems kind of rude. But what did I do? I did it wrong. Do I do this? Yeah. Let me go ahead and get up for just a second and let me dig through these 45s here real fast and see if I can. I'm sorry for that. I really am. But I wanted to answer his question, and I really wanted to have something to show. So I'm going to go back in. So I'm sorry about that. So if you're not familiar with this beat, let me tell you what happened. So they actually put Beth on a 45. And this is an early one, right? Okay, so what happened was, and this is a later one. So they put out Detroit Rock City as a 45, and they put Beth as the B-side. And what happened was, now this is a U.S. pressing. It's a standard U.S. pressing. It's the Records and Film Work pressing of it. NB 863. It's a standard U.S. pressing of it. 1976 Casablanca Records. So what happened was they put Detroit Rock City out as a single and they put Beth on the B side. But Detroit Rock City did not do well, and everybody and all the DJs started playing Beth. So what happened is Casablanca got wind of this, and to maximize the selling of the record, they stopped pressing Beth as the B side and Detroit Rock City's A side, and they flipped it. On this 45, it has Beth on the A side and it has Detroit Rock City on the B side. And so they flipped the record around so that way Beth is now the A side, so they can sell that, since that song was what was DJs were playing on the radio, and they weren't playing Detroit Rock City. Also because it's a real bad single edit. It's a real bad single edit of the song. So a lot of people don't like the 45 version of Detroit Rock City because it's a really chopped up version. I mean, they got it down to 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So I mean, that's really, really short for this song. Everyone hates Detroit Rock City. I love Detroit Rock City, especially on the original album. So, but yeah, it's a great, especially with the opening in the car and driving and listen to rock and roll all night on the radio. It's a really great song, but on a 45 RPM single, chopped down to under 3 minutes, it wasn't a very good song. So they put Beth on the A side and they started selling it on the A side, and it paid off because Beth actually got it charted. I don't know what chart position it charted, but it's common for them to do that. I have several examples of other 45s in my collection where record labels will do things like that to maximize, selling of records. So, and you can tell the A side from the B side. A lot of times it's in the matrix number. This has 863 BS on the B side, and then it has 863 AS for the A side. So, because there is no large A or B or 1 or 2. Sometimes they have, other times you don't know. So a good rule of thumb is the matrix number. Although that's only about 80% effective, but 80% is a pretty high, a pretty high number actually. So if you don't know which is the A side and which is the B side, look at the matrix number. And you might see an A or B, like an AS or BS or -A-B in the matrix number, or the lower matrix number, 863, and this is, but it is 863. Sometimes the matrix number will be an entirely different number, but it'll be like, it'll say 621, and the other one will be 622 for the matrix number. So 621, the lower number, would be the A side. So that's usually how it works on 45s, if y'all didn't know that. So anyways, but yeah, they definitely put Beth out on a 45, and here it is right here. Now, if you have a chance to pick up Kiss Resurrected, Kiss Destroyer Resurrected, I think that Beth on that one is Eric. I believe it's Eric Carr singing that. He went in the studio and he re-recorded it for that release for the Kiss Destroyer Resurrected. So it's not the one who did Beth. Wasn't that Ace Frehley? It was Ace Frehley who sang that, right? But Eric Carr went in and re-recorded that for the Destroyer Resurrected album. So does that answer your question there, Beat? And if you have any other questions you want to know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am the most versed Kiss fan out there, because I'm not. I do know quite a bit. I know the people out there that know a whole lot more than I do. So, but I'll try to answer what I can. No problem, Beat. If you can find a 45 where Detroit Rock City is on the A side, that's a keeper, because those are, I think they pressed less of those than they did with Beth on the A side. So I know I have a copy of this 45 with a Detroit Rock City on the A side. So I didn't want to spend too much time in there digging through the 45s. I didn't want to leave you all hanging. Well, thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it. So yeah. I love talking about vinyl. I love talking about Kiss. I love talking about anything anyone wants to talk about. But if not, I'm going to go ahead, and my high school friend was a tribute band called Destroyer. There you go. There you go. Again, I wish, going back to this record here, this tribute to Kiss, they just don't say. They just don't say what the bands are. It just says covers. So I don't know. Really weird. Maybe there's an insert, but maybe. Let me see. Let me see if there's an insert on this. Take it out here. Nope, nothing. Blank. So it probably came in a white paper sleeve, because I don't keep the white paper sleeves in here. But yeah, for some reason. Now I do have another Kiss tribute album that does list all the performers that perform each song. So, but this one here, it just doesn't say. It doesn't say who sang it. It just says covers of the songs. So I know. So I don't think it even shows on the record. Let me see if I can take a look at the records over here. Yeah, it doesn't say nothing. It just says size A and size B, Kiss Rock and Roll Tribute, Metal Bastard Enterprises. Maybe it's one band who did it. It's called Metal Bastard. I don't know. I maybe have to go online and read more about it. But that's the label. That's upside down. But that's the label. That's all there is. It's just that. And just the picture of the band, side A, side B, and Metal Bastard Enterprises. That's all it says. So, can you play bass on the band? And the band, great, awesome. He dressed up by Gene Simmons. There you go. Yeah, I never got into the whole makeup of Kiss, even when I was, I guess I was young enough to appreciate Halloween still, but I just never got into the makeup part of Kiss. I never did that. So, Yeah, it's kind of interesting too. They came out with an album unmasked, but they were still masked in the album. So it wasn't until a couple of years later that they actually took off the makeup and Lick It Up, which was the first album that they performed without the makeup, and it was an awesome album. It was a big hit for them. So it's a great album. Does anybody have a favorite album? What the totally favorite Kiss album is? For me, it'd be Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, Lick It Up, Sonic Boom. Probably from there, it's Iffy. Probably Love Gun would be next. So that's probably round out my top 5. And then just off my head, if you ask me tomorrow, it might be different. But that's probably my top 5. Probably 6 is probably probably The Elder. Really great album as well. Heaven's on Fire is favorite Kiss video. Yeah, that was a really great video for them. I used to have it a long time ago. I sold it for some reason. Today it's worth a lot more money than what I sold it for. But it was, I think it was the 12-inch single of Heaven's on Fire, if I remember right. I know it was off that album, off of Creatures of the Night. And I think it was just I think it was one song, a 12-inch single. And on the backside, they had signed in the four corners of the album. So the backside wasn't playable; it was just clear. But they had signed in the mold. And so had that album for a while, and then I ended up selling it around around 2009. I think I got like $40 for it, and now it's worth a lot more than that. So, Revenge is one of those albums that I haven't heard. I think I only heard it once. I mean, it's a good album. So what I need to do is go out and play it again. But Kiss is definitely known for experimenting with different styles. You had their disco phase with "I Was Made for Loving You," and then they had their phase with Unmasked. That was kind of like cheesy songs, and then they had their real hard rock. The first 4 or 5 albums, and so and then more prog rock and later albums. So they definitely have changed up their styles. So I think I saw an interview with Paul Stanley one time, and he goes, "You know what? Don't peg us into a box. We're just performers, and we're going to perform the songs that we like. It doesn't matter what style it is. If it's something that we think we like and that other people are going to like, we're going to perform it, and we're not going to say that the song is not hard enough or the song is not good enough." That kind of thing. They're going to go ahead and have fun with the song and release the album, and that's the way Paul Stanley looked at it from that interview, and I can respect that. He just they just perform what they feel like performing at that time. Yeah, Lick It Up is a great album. Okay, so we're coming up on an hour here, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. And I want to thank everybody for watching, Adrian and Beat, and Tarbird. But next week I don't know if I'm going to go straight to number 3 or maybe skip it and put something in the middle. I just may go ahead and go to number 3, so and show another stack of records. So, like I said, I have enough Kiss albums for at least another 2 shows. But yeah, I do want to thank everybody for joining me today, and a good night, everybody, and I will see you all next week.